Hello, my name is Jacob Jess, and this is my internship video, A Day in the Life at the Bohart Museum. I start my day at the bus stop at the Med Center in East Sac, and I take this bus on Highway 80 to Davis. I get off at the Mondavi Center. From there, I walk to Academic Surge, which is the building the Bohart Museum is located in. Inside of the Academic Surge building, there's also the Museum of Wildlife. Outside of Academic Surge, we have a one-of-a-kind tardigrade statue. A tardigrade is a microscopic organism that can survive in outer space and under extreme conditions. And we have it outside of the museum because we have the world's largest tardigrade collection. They're on these little microscopic slides. In general, tardigrades are just a really cool creature. As I walk into Academic Surge, I log in on Emblaze, and because I'm at UC Davis, they have me do this other form that basically just lets them know that I don't have COVID. In our hallway outside of Academic Surge, we have a few exhibits, including one on silkworms, one that I created right there that you can see about our crowd fund, which is kind of like a fundraiser. There is an exhibit on insect labels, and then we have this since retired section from this artist called Mary Foley Benson, who is a female artist at UC Davis. And that's all located in the hallway outside the museum. Now we'll take a look inside the museum. When you first walk in, you'll see an image of Richard M. Bohart, who created the museum and who the museum is named after. The current director is Lynn Kimsey, who you just saw standing in front of the door. Just inside the museum, there's a little office area where I sometimes work. And then we also have our live insects. There are 5 different species of stick insects that we have that visitors can hold and touch if they'd like, as well as some cockroaches and a few tarantulas. We also have a gift shop, and it displays some designs created by members of the Bohart. The Bohart's main collection is comprised of these long stacks full of insects. There are more than 20 of these stacks, and they all hold different kinds of insects. Those were some butterflies, these are moths, and then these are some beetles found in the Sacramento Delta. And behind these stacks, we have an area for wet specimens, so they're held in alcohol, and those are for soft specimens, so things like pupas and worms. And then behind that, we have a laboratory area with microscopes, jars full of specimen, and some other live insects, like these were some moths. We have a formal laboratory that has a fume hood and a sink and other chemicals that we can only store in these big metal containers. Here's some examples of work that I actually do for my internship at the museum. So we have a big macro camera to take images of small insects. Here you can see it. This heavy-duty system takes photos and then uploads them to this nice computer where they're all compiled together to make sure that they're in focus. I'm taking a dorsal image in this little video, and that means that it's from the top down. And then this isn't a dorsal view, this is from the side, but this is what the results look like. Another kind of work I do is called pinning and labeling, which means that I take insects, put a pin through them, and then label them with the place that they were captured and then identified. And then I put those in these white boxes called units, which go into the larger wooden boxes, and then those go in racks on those large rolling walls that I showed you earlier. And that bottom little box is what a completed unit can look like. Another kind of work I do is educational outreach work, which means that I'm giving out these educational drawers like you can see right now, and I'm giving those to community colleges so that they have access to those drawers. I'm going to use this trolley to pull them because they're super heavy. I also do research work at Shields Library for my internship. Currently, I'm researching a woman named Celeste Green. Here's a picture of her. She was a scientific illustrator at Berkeley and UC Davis, and she did insect drawings. And here's a little video from inside Shields Library. It's pretty big. For my LTI project, I'm collecting student art, and I'm displaying it in these boxes. Here's some emails to students asking for their art, and here's some of the artwork with a label that I put in those boxes. Here's another email to a student named Alan asking for their work, and here's some examples of their work. Alan's illustrations are incredible, and all the artwork that's going in these boxes is going to be from students who work with the museum. Each of those 6 glass boxes is going to have artwork from a different artist with different styles, and it's just going to be so fun to see it all come together. So here's one from a girl named Rachel Shea, and it's with watercolors. Here's one from somebody named Nicole Tam who did these little postcards. And here's some artwork from an artist named Carissa Merritt. And there you go. That was my internship video. I'm really grateful to have such an amazing internship at the Bohart Museum. Thank you so much for watching my video.